Now, of course, the next question is what to do when you're sitting there practicing concentration and meditation. A few general suggestions. Wear comfortable clothing, nothing that restricts you or makes you feel uncomfortable. Try and always be physically clean. You can take a shower beforehand. It helps. Or wash your hands and face. If that's not possible, you can still do a fine meditation, but these things are helpful. Most people find it helpful, if they meditate at home, to find an area of the house where they meditate on a regular basis, maybe a room, an area of the bedroom, perhaps outside on a porch on a nice day or on the lawn. But you find a few areas that just feel right. They have a good energy. And you sit there and meditate, and you build up a vibration and a force there that makes it easier to meditate. Sometimes it's fun just to meditate in a different place to break up your routines. Don't feel limited. There are two practices, concentration and meditation, and for the first year or two, you probably will be almost exclusively practicing concentration. You'll try meditating, but it won't come till later. So I'll be addressing mostly the practice of concentration. When you concentrate, you're focusing on something. When you meditate, you're letting go and dissolving. You're losing awareness of anything in particular at all, even the awareness of awareness. In meditation, you are seeking to stop all thought. It's very hard just to stop your thoughts. Try it. Not to have one thought, image, idea, or associative feeling in the mind is difficult for most people. So rather than just trying to stop your thoughts, which is hard and frustrating, it's easier to concentrate and focus on something. And as you focus completely on something, all other thoughts will be forced out of the mind because your attention will be dominated by the object of concentration. This develops your mental power exquisitely. Let's take a simple session as an example. You're going to sit down, you're an absolute beginner, and you're going to meditate, let us say, for 15 minutes. If you're an absolute beginner, I suggest that you meditate with a watch or a clock, and what you're going to do is make sure that you sit there for 15 minutes, and that you put in a full 15 minutes. In the beginning, it's good to spend most of your time concentrating with your eyes open. You need to sit up straight. If you want to sit in a chair, that's fine, or in a cross-legged position on the floor, whatever suits you. But the back should be straight. You may be bothered by this initially. It may not be comfortable for you. That's because the muscles in your back are weak. It's desirable to sit in a cross-legged position, but it's possible that that's uncomfortable for you. If you'd like to be able to do this, I would suggest that you take some yoga lessons, and there you will learn stretching exercises that will loosen up the leg muscles so that you can sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. This is a well-balanced position where you can sit for protracted periods of time with ease and with balance. The main thing is to sit down. Keep your back straight, relax, and have an object on which to concentrate. You might use a candle flame, a brightly colored rock, a yantra, which is a geometrical design specifically for the practice of concentration and meditation, or something else. Place an object within your view, hopefully at about eye level, and now you're going to concentrate. It's a good idea, in my opinion, to use a mantra before you begin a session. It's not necessary, but I think it helps. A mantra is a powerful sound which, when focused upon, clears the mind and helps bring you into a higher level of awareness. The most powerful of all mantras is Om, spelled A-U-M. You've probably heard it. And if you repeat that sound several times with your eyes closed before you start the session while you're sitting there, it'll help clear your mind. It has a vibratory energy that helps eliminate thought. But you simply don't repeat the sound, you focus on it. You chant the word Om. Om. A-U-M. When you chant that sound 3 or 4 times, or you could even do it silently within the mind, but it's easier to focus for most people when it's done out loud. That's a good beginning. Then open your eyes and focus on the object of concentration. And now, for the next 10 or 15 minutes, if you're a beginner, let's say for 2/3 of the time you've allotted for the practice of Zazen, you're going to simply look at the object, blink whenever your eyes become uncomfortable, and focus on it. As thoughts come in and out of your mind, ignore them. Simply continue to concentrate. Then about 2/3 of the way through, close your eyes. And now I would like you to spend the remainder of the time focusing your attention on a chakra. A chakra is an energy center that exists within the subtle physical body. Our physical bodies are surrounded by a body of energy, which is not perceptible for most individuals. But as you develop your psychic facilities through the practice of Zazen, you will be able to see and feel this body of energy around you. The subtle body has certain junctures or points of intersection that we call chakras. They're like windows that look into other dimensions. There are 3 that are useful for concentration practice. At the navel center, around the navel area, there's a chakra. In the middle of the chest, there's a chakra. And between the eyebrows and a little bit above, there's a chakra. There are more, but these are the most useful for the practice of Zazen. Choose one of these 3 points and hold your attention there just as you held your attention on the object. Let's say you were looking at a candle flame. You focus on a candle flame for 10 minutes. Thoughts come in and out of your mind, but you just focus more and more intensely. Then, after about 10 minutes, if you're a beginner, close your eyes and now focus on your navel center. The first time you do it, or the first few times, you might even want to touch that spot for a minute or 2. Hold your fingers very lightly against your navel, or in the center of your chest, around the area of the heart, only the center of the chest, or between the eyebrows and a little bit above. And as you press very gently there, it'll be easier for you to focus. These are not random spots. There are windows here, windows that lead into other levels of mind. Each will generate a different type of experience. The chakra around the navel area is the Power Chakra, and as you focus on this center, you will develop tremendous willpower. The heart center develops which is in the center of the chest, develops the psychic centers, the psychic abilities, sensitivities, and also brings about a tremendous stillness within the mind, and extraordinary develops one's ability to experience love and beauty. And it also develops your ESP and many other things. The third eye, which is between the eyebrows and slightly above, focusing in this area, develops your intuitive wisdom, your knowledge, your higher mind, and gives you visions into other planes of reality. So let's say that the bottom center is connected with power. The middle center is connected with feeling love, feeling awareness, feeling. And the top center has to do with knowledge. So the combination of knowledge, power, and feeling creates a balanced individual. That's why I suggest that at different times you focus on each of these chakras. So for 5 minutes or so, focus on one of those 3 areas. Hold your attention there, and then after your 15 minutes are up, chant the mantra again. Chant Om, or another favorite mantra, several times. And then at the end of a session, we always bow down to the ground. And that's our way of giving the meditation to eternity, of letting go of it. of letting go of ourself. So if you practice this way, you will develop your mind. Practice 15 minutes, once, twice a day, then a half an hour, then 45 minutes, then an hour. Point. So that's how to concentrate and how to meditate. If you practice these things, simplistic though they may seem, they will enable you to develop a great power in your life. Again, it doesn't seem very complicated when the guy just lifts weights all the time. I mean, there's not much to it, a bar, some weights, and he lifts them. But if he keeps doing it, he can quadruple his strength. So it's the same. This is like working out. It is working out with your mind. Most people don't do it at all. The only concentration they have is on the television set. That isn't very powerful or profound. If you do these exercises on a regular basis and you become consistent, then you will become a gymnast of the mind. And once you learn to concentrate and focus for extended periods of time, and then to stop thought, you'll be ready for more advanced lessons. So I would encourage you to concentrate and meditate. There are thousands of worlds, thousands of dimensions. The beauty of life is incredible beyond belief. A clear and solid mind, let alone enlightened awareness, is the best thing. Life can be extremely wonderful. It is, when you're in a state of mind to see it. So practice. And new worlds and new vistas and new horizons will open to you. So this is Zen Master Rama wishing you well in your practice.